90%. That's how much complaints against police went down when officers began wearing body cameras for a study by the University of Cambridge's Institute of Criminology. Here to discuss efforts to equip Florida officers with cameras is Senator Chris Smith, a Democrat from District 31 in Broward County. Welcome back to Newsmakers, Senator Smith. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the Police and Citizen Protection Act that you're proposing.
Well, we're trying to get ahead of technology. Body cameras are coming. The original act called for every officer to have a body camera, but logistically and with financial resources, it's hard to mandate every city. So what the bill is actually doing now is just putting parameters for privacy in with the body cameras, saying who can see videos, who can have access to videos. If an officer comes into your house, no one just can't go and ask for that video. They need your permission, or you can go into it. And we're trying to set parameters of when they can be turned off, when an officer should turn them off, when they turn them on, so that we have one standard around the state instead of 360 different rules about body cameras. We want to be ahead of the technology so we all know the rules, officers and citizens, when it comes to those cameras.
This is getting more traction on the federal level, and of course we've had some well-publicized
Yes.
incidents in Ferguson, Missouri, and in New York City. Do you think this will help prevent those types of things from happening, these unfortunate incidents between police and citizens?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's good on both sides. It's good for the public. I mean, when officers are wearing a camera, they know that, that there's a videotape of what's going on, but also with the complaints against officers, like you said, go down because people sometimes make things up, and an officer says, hey, I did not do this, you have the camera. So it works both ways. It's for the betterment of the officer and the citizens, and I think it's going to be tremendous as more and more cities are getting it across the state.
You're also pushing more law enforcement training in light of some of these incidents
Yes.
involving minorities and police departments.
Well, a lot of police departments are saying that they have lack of minority officers because the pool is shallow of officers. So what we're doing, I'm working with a couple of the historical black colleges to merge them and police academies. And the one that we're really looking at is Edward Waters, which happens, the president of Edward Waters in Jacksonville, happens to be the former chief of police in Jacksonville. And he has a great relationship with the police academy. So the concept is a student goes to Edward Waters and they get their 4-year degree in criminology. At the same time, they're going through the police academy. So when they graduate, they're certified, day one, can go to any police department around the state. And I think that will increase the number of minority officers and increase diversity within police departments around the state.
You're also still working on trying to revise the state's Stand Your Ground law,
Yes.
which we know led to incident, a very highly publicized incident involving Trayvon Martin, which we don't have to go into, but you've pushed to try to change those laws in years past.
I think Stand Your Ground is one of the most misunderstood and misused laws in the history of Florida. A lot of people think they understand it, and so they do, I'd say, dumb things in the name of Stand Your Ground, in the name of this great law. I can just go out and do bad things because I'm standing my ground. So we're trying to change the perception of the law and trying to change perception of Floridians with it. That this, we have the right to defend ourselves, but let's not go out and shoot up movie theaters. Let's not go to gas stations and shoot at cars. Let's not stalk people and shoot them. Let's have self-defense in Florida, but let's tweak it so people truly understand what their rights and responsibilities are as Floridians.
Some of the other things you'll be working on this session, the Greyhound Protection Act. Now,
Yes.
Florida is only one of a few states that actually have greyhound racing. You want to make sure that these greyhounds are taken better care of.
Yes, we were working last year on the law to document when there's problems with greyhounds, but what my bill would do, more than just documentation, is put in certain safety measures, require tracks that have greyhound racing, to put in more safety measures for these animals. Parimutuel industry has grown in Florida. I mean, all the way back, the state grew on parimutuel, and so if we're gonna have it, let's make it safe and let's keep the dogs safe and make it better for them.
You'll be working with a $77 billion budget in the state of Florida. What are some of your priorities? And I know one for Democrats and senators on a bipartisan basis is getting Medicaid expansion in the state of Florida. Is that the year that you convince the other body in the House of Representatives in Florida that they need to do that too?
Well, everybody's trying to convince them, not only the Senate, not only Floridians, but even the feds. When you talk about funding for hospitals, LIP funding,
Low income
pool funding, Part of it is from the federal government. And what we're dealing with now is the administration is saying, if you want to continue this hospital funding, you have to expand Medicaid. And so that's kind of a nudge from the feds again. And without that low-income pool dollars, a lot of our South Florida hospitals will take a tremendous hit in their budgets for taking care of indigent people in South Florida. So we're working hard. I got my fingers crossed, and we're talking to our friends across the hall. But it's better for Floridians, it's better for our budget to go ahead and expand Medicaid. And I think this is a year we can get it done. I'm hopefully optimistic.
Well, Senator Chris Smith, sounds like another busy year for you in the state legislature. Always good to visit with you here on Newsmakers from Tallahassee. Good luck.
Glad to see you guys up here. Thank you.
And this hour's Newsmaker has been State Senator Chris Smith. I'm Phil Latzman from the Capitol. We thank you for watching.